I just can't. I can't accept either party, to be honest with you.
So why don't you become an independent? Why don't you say, you know what? You've said many times that you're not like the Democrats today or the National Democratic Party. You're not like the National Republican Party. Why not just say, you know what? I'm going to be an independent. You thought about that?
Absolutely.
And he's like, I don't know. The Republicans and Democrats are on two extremes and I'm in the middle. And everybody in the media goes, oh, that's so true. Let's all lie on his behalf. Hey, every writer in the New York Times, lie out for Joe Manchin. Everybody on CNN, lie on behalf of Joe Manchin. Let's all call him a moderate when he's nowhere near a moderate, right? So he's our Democratic brand is ruined. And that's actually has some validity to it. Who ruined it? Joe Manchin. Why is it ruined? So part of the reason why it's ruined is because, and everybody will admit this, and Republicans say it too, because the Democrats are seen as too elitist. In fact, that's the main thing Republicans say, and the main reason that why the Democratic brand is in significant trouble. It used to be the party of the average guy, workers, laborers, etc. Now it's seen as the party of elites, right? Well, how did it get there? It got there through politicians like Joe Manchin, who took corporate donor money and sold out the average guy and said, oh, you want higher wages? No, I'm gonna make sure that we kill higher minimum wage so you have lower wages because my elitist donor prick friends told me to, and I'm a Democrat. And they ruined the brand that way. And now Manchin, after lighting the brand on fire, goes, well, look at that, I guess it's on fire. Oh, I'm getting out of this house, right? Now, finally, think about the difference in how Joe Manchin is dealt with by Democratic leadership, let alone mainstream media, versus progressives. If progressives ever go 1 inch outside of what Biden and Pelosi wants, they take their head off. They're ruining unity in the party. These radical progressives arguing for things that 84% of Americans want. It's outrageous, arguing for higher wages and healthcare, all the things that would help Americans. How dare they? They are not listening to leadership and they're destroying the Democratic Party. Manchin goes, hey, Joe Biden, here's 85% of your agenda. I just lit it on fire. I just destroyed what is theoretically your core agenda. And on top of that, I might leave the party and I'm talking crap about how awful the Democratic Party is. And by the way, I might even run against you for president after you gave me the Mountain Valley Pipeline. That's going to make me personally rich. Bam, and he slaps him across the face. And he goes, hey, Joe, what are you gonna do about it? Sit there and bleed all day? And you know what Democratic leadership says? Not a word. So the same guys who took off progressive heads for disagreeing about 5% of stuff, when Joe Manchin destroys their policy and destroys their party, they don't say a word. Why? Think about why. I mean, if somebody did to me what Joe Manchin has done to Joe Biden, I would have a strong response. You might even say, hey, Cenk, you're overdoing it, man. Jesus Christ, right? Well, you know what Joe Biden did after they passed that watered down Inflation Reduction Act that was stripped clean by Joe Manchin? Joe Biden, that loser, handed the pen that he signed the act with to who? Joe Manchin. You know why, guys? Because the whole thing is theater. Almost everyone in politics is lying to you, and almost everyone in media is lying to you. The reality is Joe Manchin and Joe Biden totally agree. They have the same exact donors, and a lot of those donors are also shared by establishment Republicans like Mitch McConnell. They all agree they were always going to do the same thing, give the donors exactly what they want, and the rest is theater with nothing but magic tricks and illusions about being moderate or independent or Democrat or Republican.
I mean, they do worse than say nothing too. I mean, Joe Biden says things like, oh, Kyrsten Sinema is a tough cookie. Oh yeah, that Joe Manchin, he's a great negotiator. I mean, he praises them. He praises them for being beholden to corporations and only doing anything if they personally can enrich themselves and their families. Never mind the water, air, and planet, right? As in the Mountain Valley Pipeline, which is really important to put out. But here's the thing. Joe Manchin's not switching parties. He's not switching parties, are you kidding me? Because it's so perfect. He has the president by the balls and Joe Biden's willingly handed them over. Why would you switch parties and just become yet another Republican or just an independent? No, you've got leverage. The entire place just rolls out the red carpet for you and your stupid yacht. And so, or whatever it's called, sundown or something, so there he is. And he can go back to West Virginia, even though he's wildly unpopular, and basically say, I have the president by the balls. I'm a Democrat, but not that Democrat. And look at what I've delivered for mostly me, but a little bit for you. But anyway, and peace out. So he's full of it. And this whole flirtation with leaving the Democratic Party, why would you do that when you can stay in it? You can berate them. And as Cenk pointed out, nothing happens to you. Nothing happens.